มิสาคุตาเนพูเจเจคาลิซาอันดับเบลากาตาจอดูจอซาติซันอดูมาฮอลูเล
You have to look at the roundish structure and not anything else. Only the roundish structure.
你嘛系个扭扭嘛去他好的扭扭嘛做成头去啊，还有个药鱼咯，会来药做头个木来个路皮个鼻子来做成头的啊，会么吉拉来那。
Because archaeologists and the Bible both agrees that this is the house of Simon Peter, the disciple of Jesus, the mother-in-law of Simon Peter. And according to the Bible, Mark chapter 4, it tells us that Jesus left Nazareth and he came to live in the house of the mother-in-law of Saint Peter.
เฮก็จิกาจังกาของเยบูจะเลี้ยงชานีของปูเชปูดูสหาเอนาเฮือซิโมเบตุลัวยุงงาและแม่อะหรอน่าเยซูนาซาเลงคือลาคือสมเจขุขอลาน่าเฮกากาเบเนโอเหมือนจอลิวและน่าซิโมเบตุลูที่กาคนนี้อายุกาแค่อุจังที่กาพิออนเนี่ยน่าเฮกาซิโมยูปิวแม่และเฮกาอาหูอันนั้นในอินนังคือเนี่ยคุณยีถึงนั้นนายยกกายอลวยมังเงือผาเลยถึงก็มังเงือผาแล้วน่าหาดอดถึงมีอามามีนี่ยอดดูโบที่ช่างแม่และเอง
Let's do a quick revision of Jesus' life so that everyone can know where are we now and what we are dealing in the time of Jesus.
เยซูเดซิก็ยอลุเอยาเอน่าอะลอดึมาที่ก็ลงูชอเนี่ยคือยอดูจอซาคือจอลคือก็เนื้อผืนเนื้อมือเนี่ยไปเอ็มมา
So Jesus was born in Bethlehem, but before that, the Virgin Mary was announced in Nazareth. And yesterday they saw the house of Mary where she was announced in Nazareth by angel Gabriel.
เยซูเบลเลเฮมเดลีงเมเอก็เยซูอามาอาดามาลีฮอยุเชเบลเลเฮมมาอีซามาชีสิขวามีนาอดมาเลโมนาซาเลงฮุกามาลียุ่มขอฮอมมาล้อหรอยุเชยุ่มขอฮอมมาล้อหรอนาเยซูเบลเลเฮมเดลียวในยี่ตัวเจจอยในอุลังเงนาซาเลฮุกาคือละหงาหรอนาเอก็กานาเฮกาSo
after Jesus was born, they went to Egypt for 2 years, and then they came back, and they went all the way to Nazareth one more time to the house of Joseph, where we visited the other house next to house of Mary, where I told you he had also his workshop over there. So, excuse me, this is where Jesus in Nazareth lived for 30 years of his life.
น่าอุสุเอลวยเบลเฮนน่ะอีจิตูเนี่ยนาซาเลอุลาวเนี่ยนาซาเลฮุกาสมเสขุเอกะจงอาลอถึงมีเนี่ยนาซาเลเยซูคือลาดูเยซูยอซังเนี่ยกามากลังกาที่เบียนี่มาสิคือลาดูและน่าโยเซลามยอลามูอะลอคาโลตาอกามูโยเซยุ่งขวาดึมามินาฮอมาลอ
So on one of the Saturdays, Jesus was in Nazareth. And he went to the synagogue. He was reading from the book of Isaiah, because the synagogue in the time of Jesus was not used for praying. It was used for reading the Torah, only for reading.
น่าคุจีย้อนนั่งเจอกูนั่งที่นั่งล้อคุจีวันสัปดาห์วันเสาร์ไงที่จอสัตว์ดอกขอนยุ่มอีเมอะหรอคุจีสัตว์ดอกขยุมน่าธรรมศาลาหรอฮุกาโยเนี่ยน่าฮุกาอายมากลามาชาคุจิรจาชิวคุลัวมายังคุจิเยบุยอคือเกืองอะหรอคือเกืองเนี่ยดอกหึมยาดอกเงี้ยวเนี่ยกาบีและอุชลานิจาโชและคุลุและมังเงินนะถึงมีในวันเสาร์ที่จองอายกาโยเนี่ยกรีงสัตว์ดอกขอยุมอะไร
So So the verse that he read said, I'm your God, the God of Sabbath. So whoever was sitting in that room in the synagogue did not like how Jesus said that he's God and he's the God of Sabbath, especially the high priests. So they took him from that synagogue to the Mount Precipice, to the cliff that we stood at the end of the day at, if you remember, in Nazareth, the last one. And they tried to push him to the valley so he will be killed.
那Nazareth huga Nazareth sa do kho nyuma huga yo Isaiah sambogo ne yebu yo ugo ne yo ti de ngu ke nga alors ko je lando jon wan sabato on ta leo ne gu ke na thungen na jon le ya so nga lo Yesu nga mi yema nga jon yo sama lando jon yo sama le ga huga pima de zang mel de ni khama shi la khama chemine lu ga lao ne ayo nyeo ne chon ne baga pya la min na aduma hole ga huga de gu te leo ne baga pya de khage le ge me le min aduma ti ko lo homa.
And this is when Jesus, after he was able to free himself from the people, he said there is no prophet in his hometown. And he decided to leave Nazareth, and he came down, as the Bible tells us, the book of Mark, he came down all the way to Capernaum. Where are we now? And the question is, why down? Because the Bible is just like the Google Maps of today for the archaeologists and for everyone who studies the Bible. Nazareth is located on the mountains. It is actually almost 1,300 feet above sea level. While Capernaum, where are we now? We are located 700 feet below sea level. This is why the Bible said he went down, because he went down from the mountains to the valleys here.
ko je Yesu khulwe baga pya ne bi the kha ge le na be Yesu ma bi de kha ni ayo chen jo ge me le me lo na Yesu ti dong ya mi ga mza glan ga mza mi ga dung ge dang so ha ye dang yo ha jo khon yo ha nyum yo ha phu ma ngna nu ga khon se ma zai ma ga a cho ma ha ge ma ga a cho ha ge on ne nu phu me nu mu me le el ne ga ne chong li da na ha khu nga na za le ne chong kha li me u kha ge me le el ne ha ga u jo li nga na khu ji bie do ji u kha le nga de a ji mi ne u kha le na za leอิมาลาชาระดับน้ำทะเลเนี่ยอันยาเมลาคุจีที่กิโลแล้วก็ฮอร์โมนิกงอะไรที่มันมากูจะมินนั่งซ้ออันยานี่หรอประมาณ330 เมตรหน้าให้เขาก็2 เมตรเอกจีอิมาลาชาเนี่ยที่มินเนี่ย3 met ega begamia la khoji malasa ne yo go temine u kha le to song.
So Jesus came to Capernaum and he went to that synagogue. He healed a man who was possessed with demons, because the moment Jesus entered the synagogue, that man started shouting, "Hey, Jesus, the Son of God, the Son of David, did you come here to punish us?" And Jesus told him, "Who are you? What happened to you?" So he started shouting. Immediately Jesus knew that he was possessed, and he took out the possessed demons from that person. When he was doing that, Peter came to Jesus and he told him, "My mother-in-law, she's lying sick. Please come and see her in her house." So Jesus came to here, and after he healed her, he decided to stay in this house for 3 years. After so many reasons that we shall say now.
จะมีในเยซูฮุกะ Nazareth do peja baga piang ne ukana hega alors ga de ma poja ma zon do khonyunga ga yo ne gulenga na unga ti jo ne u ti ga yamo ne u ti ga ne la khoi on ne khoi gu ayama kula ga nong ajire uli ajire khalili le ga hu ga kho thedu ne na he tiga ne gun shaga na lo ye do gu ga ta na betulu ayong enelanga hu ji ayo chomo jo sama do nga le te mine yeshu he ga zon do khonyum tiga jo ga yo ne betulu chomo jo sama do ni yu ga phya ga di thali na khu na ayo ga khu ta na yeshu ni ga ma ini he ga jo ne do phe thao ne hu jolo sum khu byong ni ga mu.
The reason why Jesus decided to stay in Capernaum, not anywhere else, because this city over here, this village, is exactly on the borders in Jesus' time. We're located on the northwest part of the Sea of Galilee, on the north tips. And if we come here in Jesus' time, on that area, it will be the state or tetrarch, we call it in the Bible, state, let's say, of Philip, Herod Philip, the son of King Herod the Great. And if we go to that side, we will be in the area of Herod Antipas.
Okay.
Now, what did Herod Antipas did in the Bible? He beheaded John the Baptist, the cousin of Jesus.
Okay.
This is why Jesus decided to stay here, that in case Herod Antipas will come to take Jesus, he can sail to the other side and he will be in the area of Philip. It's a totally different state.
Yeshu he ga ni pa ajige jo nga ena hua Galilee lang la ta chu ya nga de na mikha pi nga mikha khu nge ya mikha khu na khu pho je na tetra Philipu sampa go je na pho na Herod Agrippa, right? Antipas. Her pho je na sampa hello Antipa adu zamo na sampa hello Antipa he ga na Batisa ne Yoha udu chu che ne hu wang na thung ema khu ji ayo ga mi kha jo ajimin min nga na khu pho ye bo jo lo na lo ayo tera na pho che ga du na khu pho jo khu ye bo jo la na khu pho che an ge nya ni ga du la mi khang cha ga jo nga la kho ho nya.
So I mentioned everything about the place, but I wanted to mention that the Bible does not tell us the whole story. When Jesus came to the mother-in-law of Saint Peter, after the healing, Peter became very, very sad. And this is the Bible does not tell us the whole story, but I'm telling you that he became very, very sad. Do you know why?
He's become very...
Yeah, he became very, very sad.
Sad?
Yeah, he became very, very sad.
Okay.
Because he healed his mother-in-law.
Okay. Anh cái nhà thì phun lên chỉ là dòng thằng nhà. Betulu 我小个时候就好似有草木谈恋爱来了。前面呢，有草木谈恋爱，我小把个时来。
All right.
那么，好似啲卡扎好多咪廿咯，卡扎冇上呀，好似扎好草木嘛查呢個個咪廿卡扎，坐錯後面你就有咪就字片，對面呢 ？Okay.
Yeah, that was a joke. But listen,
You're bad. Okay, that's good.
This is what he felt. I can feel his
Okay.
heart.
佢講啊，好似阿別都攞草木耶穌呢別談了呢。So the
last thing I want to say is around the roundish structure there is a Byzantine church. This is from the year 450. But The thing is that it's built with an octagonal shape, 8-sided church. Does anyone know? That's a real question. Does anyone know? Does anyone know why sometimes when we travel the world, we see 8-sided churches, octagonal? Why the Christians sometimes want to build churches with 8-sided churches, octagonal?
OK ino na ha do yamade khoi ji nhum lo no ha gwa la khoi pho khoi nga nhum lo no khoi la khoi pho khoi e ko he ga yu chu bo ma nge de ye chu ye bo nga ye chu ye bo hua Byzantine ayam what year you can it's about Byzantine
The
Byzantine
Byzantine starts from 335 when Constantine the Great became Christian, he
Okay.
and his mother Queen Helena,
Okay
up until the Crusades. We're talking about
Okay.
the year 1000.
Okay
600
มิน
years.
Byzantine อันนั้นอยู่ท่าเด Byzantine อายามและอันนั้นคืออมยาปูยังไงล่ะมินน่ะหันเนี่ยมา Byzantine อายามอันนั้นAD สุมยาหูเนี่ยที่ทั้งหูที่พาหูเธอยกขังเราคุณจีคอนสแตนตินอาย